Hey, it's Glenda, certified high performance coach and vlogger extraordinaire. It's been 7 days. I've made 7 vlog videos. I'm super excited about that because that means if I've kept going for a week, I can keep going for the rest of my life. So I'm super pumped. Anyway, what I'm going to talk about today, I actually had happen last night when I was at home with my daughter. And I would say, let's think, what pillar were we in? We were in the pillar of influence. I had been stewing that day about the amount of movie watching she had been doing that day. It's easy to get into the mindset that a teenager is super lazy. And I think that's what I was sort of thinking. I'm like, I gotta talk to her. There's just too much time spent watching superhero movies, and that needs to be less, and she needs to read more and do more things. And so when I brought this up with her last night in our time where we share at the end of the day and we're snuggled in bed together, she was kind of pissed with me, actually. She was really upset, and she's like, why are you saying this to me? Don't you know how much I do all the time? This is what my friends do. They get on their phones all the time, and I don't do that. I don't do it in the morning, and I don't do it at school, and I do this, and I play volleyball, and I do all of these things, and I've got A's at school, and so I just like to relax and watch a bit of movies. And I was like, oh my goodness, don't get upset. And I was still really insistent that I was right, that I had the right to talk about this problem that I thought I saw with her, even though I felt bad that she was crying. And then so she didn't want me to touch her. She didn't really want me to be there. She kind of wanted me to leave, but she also wanted to watch her little show at the end of the evening. And so she let me stay. Anyway, I thought about it for it just only took me about 2 minutes, and I was like, what is this really about? Like, why would I get so insistent about this whole video TV thing? And what it came down to was it was actually my issue, that I really wanted to connect with her that day because I had some other things that I wanted to talk about with her. Like, I wanted to understand her, and I wanted to be curious about what was going on at school with her, and I didn't get a chance to do that. So I was feeling disconnected. And so it was really interesting. And then as soon as I realized that, I said to her, hey, I think this is what this is really about for me. I'm missing you, and I missed our time together today to talk. And so I thought it was about the TV, but really it was not. It was just about me wanting to connect with you. And it was like magic. She just melted, like total putty, and she was like, oh, okay. And she wasn't mad anymore, and she wasn't crying anymore, and our night ended on a really good note. I thought, oh my goodness, this is such a lesson for me, that when we think something is about one thing, or that it's about the other person, but it's not. It's about what's going on for us. And so it's really important that when we're gonna take an action like that, or say something to our spouses or our kids or our friend, that we're coming about it from the right intention, and that we really understand what is actually going on there. And often that starts out when we have a complaint to make, a righteous complaint. That's where we go wrong, and it should be a trigger. It's like trigger, boom, I'm complaining. What's happening here for me? What's really going on? What's the story underneath? So I just want to urge you and to look at that for yourself. If you've got something that you need to talk about with somebody, really get to the bottom of what that could actually be about, and come to terms with your own stuff before you put it on to somebody else. So thanks so much for being here today and watching my video. Send me some comments. I love to get your comments. It's so great. And I'll see you tomorrow.